Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Principal Jagadambika Mata Ki Jai. Let us clasp our hands together, close our eyes, bow our heads. As we contemplate the form of the Divine Mother, Durga Shivaratri Swaha Swara Namostude Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Sansrita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Viche Namaha प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय। Again, on behalf of members of the Shri Parameshwari Durga Devi Ashram Incorporated, on behalf of my mothers and sisters, this family, on behalf of members of the Saraswati Sangeet Bhakti Mandali, extend the most cordial welcome to all of you to tonight, our ongoing Devi Ratha Yatra festival. Tonight is the 7th tithi of the Navratri, and as such, the form of the Divine Mother changes with each tithi. The first day of the Navratri, she is worshipped as Shaila Putri Mata. The second day she is worshipped as Brahmacharini Mata. The third, Chandraganta Mata. The fourth day, Kushmanda Mata. The 5th day, Skanda Mata. 6th day, Katyayani Mata. And today is the 7th day. What is the form? Mahakali Mata, Mahakali Ratri Mata. So the avatars of Durga Mata for the different days of the Navaratri. And we saw that these major incarnations of the Divine Mother herself must not be confused with the original form of Durga Mata. So too, the forms must be confused with that of Lakshmi and Saraswati and so on. As we saw previously, Durga Mata deals with holistic development. Physically, mentally, socially, environmentally, spiritually, and every other possible asset that we need to survive, that we need in order to have a conducive life upon earth. There is a form of the Divine Mother to preside over those aspects. So tonight, we look at the avatar of Durga Mata that preside over today's Tithi, the 7th Tithi of the Navaratri. And for those of you who may already have the the Devi Vahini, everything that we are discussing during the Yatra, you can get it with the individual forms and how it relates to you on a personal level in this issue. Alright, so some of what I'm going to tell you tonight is already in here. Now when you hear Mahakali Mata, what do you think? Among all the Devis and Devatas in Sanatana Dharma, she is the most misunderstood among the Devis. When you hear Mahakali Mata, immediately fear, blood, destruction, and a whole host of negative attributes come immediately to mind. But in reality, it is the blessings of Mahakali that has us going day after day. Especially when we are facing very trying situations in our life. And we call upon Durga Mata for help. It is the energy, her energy that manifests itself as Mahakali, that she uses to help us in some form or fashion. So tonight we will not go directly to the appearance of Mahakali, because many occasions in the past we did so many Devi Bhagavat Yagyas all over, and we read of the origin of Mahakali. So tonight I am going to introduce the Devi, just to briefly summarize how she came into being, and look at the Devi from a personal level. My goal tonight is to get you to understand the importance of Devi Mahakali in your life and what she does. And sometimes we will understand why sometimes her effect is good and sometimes it is bad. Devi Bhagavatam is narrated by Shri Devi Maharaj to Janmijai. And as they continue to discuss the Durga avatars, they have reached that part of their discussion where Janmijai asks Shri Devi Maharaj, O most reverend one, please tell me about the glory and the greatness and clear up some of the misconceptions of the Devi Mahakali. And so saying, Shri Devi Maharaj he closes his eyes and meditated upon the Devi for a few minutes. And he says, "O Janmijai, very fortunate are the devotees who can understand the true nature of Mahakali. Her very form, by her very form, the Jiva Atma or the embodied soul is terrorized. But those who Jnana Chakshu or the eye of knowledge is open, in reality they will see through that veil of Maya which she projects forward, and they will realize that among all the forms of Durga, she is really the easiest to please and the most compassionate." So Janmijai, so Shri Sukadev Maharaj is telling Janmijai about the coming of Mahakali, and let us hear what he has to say. Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah,
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 Balatika Ikarayat Mahapapika Raktabijataya Raktabijati Raktasikani Dharmasikita Asuratidhani Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah,
Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah,
Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah,
Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah.
Principal Jagadambika Mata Ki Jai. To briefly summarize, the demon by the name of Ratha Yatra, he was the commander of the army of Shum and Nishum. And so did Mahadevi herself in her various forms of Brahmani, Narayani, Vaishnavi, Kumari and so on. They went out into the battlefield to destroy this demon. They were able to eliminate all the other demons except Ratha Yatra. Why? Because he had a boon that if a drop of his blood should touch the earth, it would create another demon equally in strength and stature to himself. And so this is how Ratha Yatra. Think about it. When you get a wound, do only one drop of blood fall from you? No. The body has approximately 6 liters of blood. So think about how many millions of droplets are there. So every time the Devis attack Ratha Yatra from the cuts and wounds that he got, many demons will spring forth. And so the battlefield look as though it will never be empty. Dharti Mata, who couldn't take it anymore, she approached Durga Mata with folded arms and said, "Oh Ma, I can easily bear the burden of the mountains, of the oceans, but I plead with you, Devi, save me. I cannot bear the burden of one sinner. Oh Ma, the blood of these demons, they are so toxic that where it flows, it carries such sinful reactions. Life is beginning to perish. The birds, the animals, the plant, even humanity, they are all suffering because of this demon, Ratha Yatra. And hearing this pitiful cry of Dharti Mata, there from the third eye of Durga Mata, a very fiery, intense light issue forth, and it gave rise to the form of Mahakali. Having come into existence, she bows to Durga Mata and said, "Oh Devi, oh Ma, what is your wishes? What are your desires? Tell me, what is your command?" And so Durga Mata instructs Mahakali, "Oh Kali, the tamasic energy or the negative energy of the demon is too much. Therefore, devise a way by which you can contain the demon's negative flow of the blood and at the same time put an end to him." And so saying, Mahakali, she expanded herself humongously. Armed with the sword, the kapra or the bowl, and the trishul, she marched forth in the battlefield, and as she makes her way to the battlefield, the Devtas, they all started to song the Shanka and the Ganta, singing praises to the Divine Mother. And so Mahakali, she enters into the battlefield, and what does she do? She expands herself to such an extent to where the demons look like little children in front of her, and she will catch them handful at a time and slaughter them. But what she will do, she will collect the blood in the bowl, so it will not touch the ground. Remember what was the boon Ratha Yatra? If his blood were to touch the ground, what will happen? Many more demons equal the stature to him will arise. So she collected the blood in that kapra, in that bowl. And so, when you get a cut, think about yourself in the kitchen or in the garden, you get a little cut, even though you wash the blood off. Doesn't the wound still has a blood stain on it? Huh? Right. So if she allowed that decapitated body to fall on the ground, what do you think will happen? And blood still touching the ground? So will she be destroyed at the beach? No. So Mahakali, what she decides to do, when she looks, she's seeing the suffering and she knows she cannot allow that suffering to continue. She turns to Dharti Mata and says, "Oh Ma, from today onwards I make a promise to you that whenever men of immoral conduct and adharmic nature rises and create destruction in society, I shall come and be comforted, O Ma. From today onwards, the blood of such sinners shall not pollute your sacred soil." And making this promise to Dharti Mata, she cuts the heads off the demons, she collects the bowl in her bowl, and she cuts up the body in pieces and hang it over her own body, only to prevent it from touching the ground. And going like this, Ratha Yatra after Ratha Yatra, she slaughtered like this, until finally there was no more Ratha Yatra. He was finally destroyed. Seeing, that is why when you look at the picture of Mahakali, you will see the bowl of blood in one hand. You will see she has the blood-stained weapons in her hand. You will see around her neck What is a mala made out of? She's wearing Naramunda mala, head of human skulls, a mala of human skulls. And if you look at the clothing she has, does she has nice clothing like how Durga Mata has? What type of clothing she has? The slaughtered body parts of the demons. Isn't that so? But this is what she did in order to prevent it from touching the ground. So you must understand, from using your scripture as authority, when you look at your murti and picture and you see something, you must understand what you're seeing, so you'll better able to appreciate it. And once you appreciate it, then you'll make that connection with it. If I come and tell you, concentrate on water, but you never saw water or taste water in your life, will that make any sense to you? No. But if I tell you what it is, I show you what it is, and I allow you to experience what it is. When I tell you concentrate on water and on it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So too, by educating yourself in the symbolism of the Divine Mother, you'll be able to understand her, you'll better able to appreciate the sacrifice she has made for our well-being. When she saw all her children were suffering, she didn't care for jewelry and crowns and gold and ornaments all over her body. She shed all of that. And in place, she took the decapitated body of the demons. She absorbed the tamasic energy of it onto herself. That is why she's black in color. All the negativity, only she alone could consume it. Now what was to happen long ago? Long ago, and even to some extent today itself, you may have a lot of lazy people. They don't like to read at all. They don't like to do a lot of research. So what they do, and it more happened long ago, they see something and they give their own interpretation to what they're seeing. So when you look at the form of Mahakali Mata, they're seeing this bowl with blood, they're seeing these blood-stained weapons, the bodies smeared with blood, all of these decapitated corpses around her. So what is the natural tendency to think? If you didn't have this information, what you will think? First of all, you'll be scared, isn't that so? You'll be scared of the form. You say that is the destructive form of the Divine Mother. And yes, to some extent she destroys, but it's what she destroys. Just as we know Bhagavan Shiva is the destroyer, but what does he destroy? So Mahakali Mata, they're looking at this form, they say, okay, she looks angry, she looks frightened. And when you look, it's blood all around, it's flesh all around. So maybe, in order for she not to be angry with you, that is what she like, that is what you will give she. And that was the logical thinking a long time. And what was happening in most of them Indian villages? They were Gada, and you, the older heads in the village, know this was the one in this village too. They were Gada under some tree in some open land, and they would do their sacrifice. Isn't that so? And in most Indian villages they used to do that thing. And in some places the tradition still continues. Again, when you practice according to our scriptures, when your tradition does not comply with dharma, you are not practicing dharma, you are practicing superstition. That is why generations after, you have a lot of problems to deal with. So Mahakali, how is a puja done? Exactly what we did here. And Bhagavan Krishna, regardless to who you're worshipping, the ingredients are the same. If you're doing Lord Krishna puja, and this is telling you go and get a puja bag and they will put everything in that same one bag, compare that one now if you're doing Durga Mata puja, if you're doing Shiv Bhagwan puja or other pujas, and it is the same ingredient you're using. So what does Bhagavan Krishna says? Patram, Pushpam, Palam, Toyam, leaves, flowers, fruits, grains, these are the kind of things that are to be used in puja. Nowhere did he say you have to bring an animal and sacrifice it. And I keep telling people, even if you don't know the Sanskrit in our scripture, your common sense can guide you when something is going wrong. If you know you're doing puja, what are the prerequisites of puja? Prior to the puja, what you have to do? So, okay, say you come by Baba, you put day to do puja, what you're supposed to start to do right away? Start to fast. Start to clean up your place. Right? Start to make preparation to host that puja. Another question. The day you're doing the puja, is it the start or the ending of your preparation? Huh? Ending, because there is where everything finished after puja done. You still have to continue with the cleaning and the preparation and the austerities and so on? No. The puja is the ending of it. So which means to say from the day the puja is set to the day of hosting it, that interval, preparations are being made. And that preparation must involve cleaning yourself, cleaning your environment, and gathering up the required materials for the puja. So if you have to keep yourself clean by way of fasting and so on, and you have to keep yourself, your environment, your home clean, on the day of the puja now, which is the most important, the day that everything will be coming to an end, why are you going and bringing an animal there and killing it for the blood to fall there? You see, you contradict yourself right away. Anybody with a little bit of common sense could think that is wrong. If killing an animal was part of it, then why are you going and clean your place for? To dirty it back. It doesn't make sense at all, isn't that so? Sanatan Dharma does not, principles don't contradict, scriptural injunctions don't contradict. Sometimes the way we understand or perceive something appears to be contradictory. So if you don't remember anything at all, at the end of this yatra, remember, Mahakali Mata, she is worshipped just like Durga Mata. And Mata herself does not want blood. The reason why she looks like that, with all of these skulls and heads and so on around her, she sacrificed her own sanctity to absorb the negativity so us can be along to enjoy the blessings, the bounties of the earth. So like a true mother, she sacrificed herself so that we will not be the ones to suffer. And Shri Sukadeva Maharaj, he continues, he says, amongst all the forms, the Durga Rupam or the Durga Avatar, it is easiest to get the blessings of Mahakali. It was out of pity and compassion for humanity that Durga Mata transformed herself, that energy of hers, into Mahakali. That her compassion, her mamta bhav, or her motherly love is what manifested as Mahakali. Now you put yourself in the shoes, those of you who are mothers, you will understand what I'm saying. If someone attacks your child in an unjust manner, you're waiting to even ask a question, you're running up there to drop it to good on him. Huh? You see somebody pushing up your son and daughter, you waiting to find out why you're doing that? You rough him up and then you get down to the nitty-gritty of it. And if you are like where you say, throw a few hand on the tail too. And we're talking about somebody who genuinely, a bully then. We're talking about somebody who is just being a bully. We're talking about somebody who playing wrong and strong. So when Dharati Mata complained to Durga Mata that life is suffering because of Raktabij, that light came forth, that represents her Mamta Bhav, her motherly compassion. And that is what took the form of Mahakali. And as she made her way into the battlefield, her body started to become black. Why? She started to absorb all that was negative or wrong. Now those of you ever get caught in your blood dry in the skin, what color does it look like? Huh? Black. So what couldn't fit in the bowl, she dabbed it and she skinned. Which mother going to make that sacrifice for children? That is why it is only in Sanatan Dharma, it is only in Hinduism, you will get an opportunity to worship God in mother form. No other religion will present you that opportunity to worship God and experience the motherly love of God as a mother. So this is the nature of Mother Kali. Easiest to please. Just like a child, from the time you call out to her, you attract her attention. But like a responsible mother, when we transgress the laws of Dharma, we too will be subjected to her discipline. Shri Sukadev Maharaj, he's telling that Mahakali is the protective energy of Durga Mata as well as her disciplining energy. And he's drawing a comparison now. She says, when the Supreme Mother of the Universe, Durga, she wants to spread knowledge, that ray of light from her head came forth and gave rise to Devi Saraswati. And so knowledge was created in the world. When it was necessary to sustain a life on earth, from her heart, that energy, that light came forth and Lakshmi Mata came forth. And so every possible resource a human being needs to sustain himself were granted. And then when it is time to absorb and recycle that aspect of life and creation, when it becomes useless and worn out, from her feet Mahakali came forward and she went absorbing everything that was negative. When it comes to protecting her children, that Mahakali energy comes into effect. And so the weapons in the hand of the Supreme, of the Divine Mother, they are not only there for protective purposes, but they are there also to discipline, and to discipline us when we transgress the laws of Dharma, when we violate the tenets of our religion, of our culture, of our tradition. Like a responsible mother, you will not only pet your children and give them everything they want, you will set rules and regulations and boundaries. Isn't that so? So to the Divine Mother, she sets her rules, she sets her regulations, she sets her boundaries. And when we go beyond those things, we do not get her compassion, we get her wrath. So Mahakali, she represents the disciplining force of the Supreme Mother. after destroying Ratha Yatra, she came in front of Durga Mata and said, Uma, by your blessings and obedient to your command, I have eliminated Ratha Yatra from this world. Durga Mata, pleased with Mahakali, she says, O Devi, from this day forward, you shall be worshipped in the world as part of my form, as my avatar. You shall have your temples, your festival, your vrats. Those who worship you will get your blessings very easily. But those who goes against the tenets of Dharma, you must be there also to discipline. And as such, O Devi, because you have destroyed many demons, you shall be, and your body became black, by so doing, your name shall be called in Kali Yuga. You shall be worshipped as Kali. You shall also be worshipped as Chamunda. And because out of destruction, out of this harsh discipline, you allow auspiciousness to flow, your name shall also be known as Shubha Karani. So these are some of the popular names of Mahakali in Kali Yuga. And that name Shubha Karani, Shubha means what? Auspiciousness. She who grants auspiciousness after purging of all negativities. So she comes and first thing she does, she eliminates those things that are unrighteous, those things that are not virtuous, those things that are not conducive to your progress. And after she does this, then she starts stabilizing, and then she starts allowing your life to start flourishing. Hence, she is called Shubha Karani. Shri Sukadeva Maharaj is saying, O Janmi Jai, Mahakali is closer to us than we realize. And listen to some of our attributes in our day-to-day living. Let us hear what they have to say. Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, 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 Shani Devaki, Shani Devaya, He Hari Pada, Karahatitam, Mahakali, Rupanashatihaya, Shani Kamaram, Parakitaya, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah, Shri Durga Sharanam Namah. Prince Shakti Durga Mata ki Jai. So Shri Sukadev Maharaj now, he moves away from dealing with Kali Mata more at a cosmic level, and he's bringing her closer now to our day-to-day life. And he's saying, from a Jyotish point of view, from an astrological point of view, those individuals who are born with a zodiac sign Capricorn and Aquarius will be ruled by the Graha Shani. So Shani Dev will rule these two signs of the zodiac. And as such, attributes of Shani will prevail in the life of such an individual. Therefore, the only Devi, now before we go further, you know when we hear the word Shani Dev, that is a fellow we don't like nobody, we don't like here wrong at all. Huh? You know that, right? But every time we hear Shani Graph, wait a second, oh God, catch them bad. Right? All types of even troubles and difficulties you cannot foresee, let's come with Shani. And Shri Sukadev Maharaj is saying that the attributes of Shani will go with those who are governed by him. And those who are governed by him are born in the zodiac sign of Capricorn and Aquarius. Therefore, the puja, the vrat, the seva of Mahakali Mata will be very important. Why? It is only Kali Mata who has the energy to absorb totally and completely the negativity of Shani Dev. That is why when you're doing Shani Dev offering, one of the things we tell you to use is the lighted diya with mustard oil. You know that? Why a mustard oil diya? When Kali Mata has to absorb the Sarasoon tel or the mustard oil is applied on her. So that is why we light that diya with mustard oil when we worship in Shani Dev. So his negativity will be contained, will be absorbed from your environment and contained there. And who does that? That deep down is Mahakali that uses that to absorb Shani Dev negativity. So those individuals, some of the qualities that Shani brings, even without he governing you, everybody in at least once in their lifetime will be influenced by Shani. And some of the things, or some of the hallmarks or characteristics of Shani, he will cause disappointments in your life, long delays in important ventures. He will naturally make you lazy, unhealthy body. He will give you a short lifespan. He will cause amputations of the various limbs of the body. He will cause things like fractures and broken limbs, hemorrhaging. He will give that individual, from a social point of view, criminal tendencies. And these are just some of the qualities or some of the ways Shani will affect an individual. So if these qualities are dominated in your life, then which means to say you have to do some type of offering to Shani Dev. But accompanying those offerings, if you are a devotee of the Divine Mother in the form of Kali Mata can help. Another deity that has the ability to absorb the negativity of Shani Dev is Bhagwan Hanuman. So very often when you do Shani Dev worship on a Saturday, you will also do offering to Lord Hanuman. And then sometimes you will see Lord Hanuman, he's not only the servant of Bhagwan Ram, he's also the servant of Durga Mata. You all know that, right? Bhagwan Hanuman is also the servant of Durga Mata. Sometimes you will see a picture with Durga Mata and Hanuman Baba and Bhairav Baba on two sides of her. They are her servants. So if Hanuman is Durga Mata's servant, and his servant could control him, think about how much money master could do. And Hanuman's function is to limit Shani, like to block Shani's influence from your life. What Kali Mata does, she absorbs it totally. She takes on whatever he has to throw your direction. But that is the difference. That is why the mustard oil there is used. Of course, all this information you're getting, you're not going to practice yet, so you have to take the information and consult with your Pundit, what is the best for you to do. Again, based on the planets you are born under, each one of you have your different horoscope. Some things will be more appealing to you than others. This is what Katha and Yajna is about. Taking relevant parts of our teaching and applying it to your daily life. What may work good for you may not necessarily be good for the other person. But the knowledge, you take it and consult on a personal level with your guru, your family Pundit, and then let the recommendations be made and you work from there. One of the more important offerings to Kali Mata, especially when you're facing these type of troubles that I've already mentioned here, is the offering of neem leaves. When you do Durga Puja, Kali Mata Puja, a lot of neem leaves are used. You know that. And why the neem? What is the characteristics of the neem? The neem has the ability to absorb. It has the ability to cleanse the environment. That is, you ever smell neem leaf burning? Anybody? Like when you mop your house and you always still smoke out the neem leaf and thing? Well, don't do that again. You ever smell how neem leaf smell when it burns? It has a very pungent odor. You know why that pungent odor is there? That is anything hiding in any corner, get rid of it. When you now enter into a new business and to a new home, on the first day of the major Navratri, a customary or a traditional practice is to hang a branch of neem leaf over your door. And that is to ward off anything negative. It is more important during the first Navratri we have in the year. Why? Because that first Navratri represents the start of the Hindu year. You know that, right? We here don't start with Holy Night like what we will celebrate here. Our year starts with the first day of the first Navratri. And that hanging that neem leaf outside your main door ensures, or you get the blessings of the Divine Mother, that year you want to start it righteous, you want to start it with her protection and her blessings. So you hang that bunch over your doors. That is why sometimes when you jabbing you use neem leaf and so on. Sometimes when you come in and tell me again, I'll show you have light. That kind of thing, I say, go and make some neem water and deal with it now. So the offering of the neem leaves, especially if you know you're going through very difficult situations and if you're worshipping Durga Mata for help, you use a lot of neem leaf offering to the Divine Mother. And through that offering, it illuminates the troubles and the difficulties that comes. Neem leaf is compulsory for Durga and Kali. It is not necessary for Lakshmi, Saraswati and the other Devis. Just as you know, bay leaf must be offered to Lord Shiva, Tulsi leaf must be offered to Lord Vishnu, you must offer the neem leaf to Durga Mata, Kali Mata. And there is where the Devi now, through that offering, she will absorb from you, from your home, from your environment, everything that is bad, everything that is negative. That is why when you're doing a prasad offering, this is an offering from yourself to God. Isn't that so? So you're giving God what you have. Not only nice sweets and so on that you prepare. Is that all you have? Or you have your good qualities and your bad qualities? When you put the neem leaf and tap the prasad there, you're telling Oma, take me as I am with all my good qualities as well as my bad qualities. And bless me. Another aspect of Durga Mata and Kali Mata offering. When you have the prasad there, what is unique? What Baba does unique to that prasad that is not done with the others? After putting in neem leaf and so on, what he does after? He lights, puts the light. You know why that light goes on top of the neem leaf? Well, the pan leaf goes with around the neem leaf on top of it, depending on how you lay out the area. It has the same. The neem leaf will absorb, and what the fire will do? Burn. So you burn away everything that is coming out, that the Devi is purging from you. So I want you to see the science behind what you're doing. You know, one fella told me when we went to do press, doing press by the house, I said, Baba, you put a light in top the prasad. I said, yeah, that is coming down what we are accustomed doing. He said that started way thousands of years ago. I said, yeah, our puja system was given thousands of years ago. He said electricity didn't invent that time. I said, no, I know where you're coming from, I said, where you recommend? I said, I have a flashlight, you know. I said, I have one too, you know. I said, that has nothing to do with physical light. It has everything of what the offerings are doing there under the influence of the mantras. When you give prasad, when you make prasad offering, you're giving yourself in a purified form to Bhagwan. When you use things like neem leaves and so on there, you're telling God that Bhagwan, I don't only have good qualities, you know. There's something bad with me too. But I'm your child still. And I'm offering myself unto you. So what you do, under the influence of the mantra, you put the camphor there and you light it. So what it pulls out negative, it burns it off to the fire. And then you touch it to the feet of the Divine Mother. So don't give Mother nasty thing or juta thing. And that is how a proper Durga or Mahakali offering is made. So now when you're doing your pujas at home and you see your gurus or your pundits do it, you'll have an idea what it means. And because you understand now, you'll be able, when you're doing your offerings, to better appreciate it. You'll take it a little more serious. So Shri Sukadev Maharaj says, these negative traits of Shanidev can cause a lot of havoc in one's life. However, with the blessings of Mahakali, Shani's bad quality will be transformed. Just as Durga Mata, he says, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupe in the Sanskrita. She is energy, isn't that so? And energy can transform anything. So she is the transforming energy. So just as Shanidev will give disappointment, long delays in important ventures, laziness, unhealthy body, short lifespan, cause you to suffer fractures and amputations, cause hemorrhaging and criminal tendencies, or even cause you to get locked up or go to jail innocently. With the blessings of Mahakali, and if you're under the influence of Shani at that time, she will transform his negative energy, and instead Shani will give you, through her blessings, Shani will make you a hard-working person. He will give you slow but very steady progress. He will make you thrifty. You know, have some people that hand ain't good with money at all. Well, with the blessings of Mahakali, again the Devi, remember, Lakshmi Mata is just a different form of the same Devi. She will make you thrifty. The ability to control your mind and emotions, make you a reliable and honest person, a faithful person, and will make you spiritually evolve. So look at what Shani was doing, you dragging down you to the worst possible troubles and difficulties. And by performing puja of Mahakali Mata for the purpose of bringing the Shani energy into control, look at how this negative energy is now transformed to progressive and developmental energies. Therefore, Shri Sukadev Maharaj is saying, to benefit completely, especially during the time of Shani Mahadasa, that means during the time of Shani major rule in your life, all devotees should perform devotion, not only to Shani Dev, but they should also perform devotion to Durga in the form of Mahakali. And I keep telling you this, you don't do these things on your own. You don't get up one morning with a box and say, I'm going to do this just so. Consult your Pundits. So tonight we have briefly look at Mahakali and we see her energy in our daily life. From a social point of view, Mahakali, she represents the security of our home, the security of our well-being of ourselves. Not only from a physical point of view, she also secures us. And what do I mean by us? What do I mean the real I or the real you? What is the real I or the real you? Huh? What is seen from the mirror? The real I is the Jiva Atma. In Vedanta, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna is telling that the Atma uses the body as a clothing. So some people will ask, why Mahakali Mata, she doesn't put on clothes like other Devis, she shed her clothes. Meaning that in order to be completely free, and freeness in terms of the true meaning of the word, you have to shed or lose attachment or importance to body consciousness. That is why she is described as Digambara. And when you lose, you know, it has some people, they will spend hours in front of a mirror, huh? And they will go to all lengths, plastic surgery, all type of things just to look good. Mahakali said, while your appearance may be important, it is not the most important thing. Having the body is a tool. Any one of you ever address yourself as your car? Somebody asks you your name, you see? You call your number plate? If you're doing that, somebody will say, well, he wrenched stupid bike. Huh? If that was the case, you would have started calling yourself Toyota, Nissan, and all that kind of thing, eh? Just as you don't identify your vehicle as you, so too the soul does not identify the body as itself. So Mahakali, she helps us in that spiritual growth. A devotee of Mahakali or Durga Mata, while they will use the body as a tool and an instrument, they will not be obsessed with the body. They will maintain its good health and good appearance, but it will not go to the extreme. And that is how you know a genuine devotee of God. They will only do that which is necessary to keep it working in good order. Just as a person who will use the vehicle for everyday work, they make sure the vehicle is in good working condition, and that is as much they will do. So too, for someone who is making the spiritual journey, they will make sure that the body is functioning only as in much as it needs to. Because let us be realistic, you know you have to do your job, you know you have to do your puja, you know you have to do your havan. But when you get arthritis and when you get pain and you can't sit down and you can't stand up, you can't clean yourself, you can't bathe, you can't eat, you can't fast. Does the body becomes a blessing or a burden to you now? It becomes a burden. So maintenance is important to some extent. But when you're going to the extent to where you have to do plastic surgery to alter this because you find it is big enough, it is small enough, it is wide enough, it is narrow enough, then you're walking down a very dangerous, you're already a lost soul. You are the type of person, if you ask her your name, my name is Mercedes, model number so and so. But don't make it feel good. My name is Nissan, model number so and so. You at least your job was say, still says a Mercedes, eh? So since we don't behave like that in society, we do not allow our behavior, our attributes to take us away unnecessarily like that. And Mahakali, through her blessings, she brings that type of realization. While you use the tools that are given to you to achieve your goals in life, you do not become attached to it to the extent where it becomes part of your identity. And there is when it becomes so much a part of our identity and it becomes more a problem rather than an aid to development, there is where she comes in her discipline form. And she says, look, if it's time for you to move on, let us say two little children playing, and the parents say it's time to go home. And they don't want to stop playing, and the parents are going to pull them apart. What has happened? And they started crying a little bit. Sometimes she has to do that with us. It is time to move on, and we are so attached to everything around us, she has to use a little force. And that is why she is also said to be the disciplining form of the Divine Mother. That is why if you look at all of her weapons, it is in an upraised position. That is mean to say she wants to kill you. The weapons of the Divine Mother are not there for military purposes only. The prominent weapon in the hand of Mahakali is what? The sword, isn't that so? And what is the symbolism or the Vedantic meaning of the sword? In Sanskrit, the word sword is karga. And one of the most sacred hymns to the Divine Mother in the Tantras is what we call Karga Mala Stotra. And if you understand that alone, you'll understand the extent to which the Mother places emphasis on the nature of the soul. Karga means, let us see if you can figure it out. Karga means sword, right? Mala means what? A garland, isn't that so? So Karga Mala means what? A garland made out of what? Swords. Alright? So that by itself sounding kind of frightening. One of the ways she blesses her devotees who are ready for self-realization, or when she gives it, or when she is about to give you moksha, she comes and she takes a garland of swords and puts it over you. So what is the meaning of that word karga? At an ordinary Sanskrit meaning, if you look up in a Sanskrit dictionary, karga means sword. If you go to an Upanishad or you go to the Vedantic dictionary, you will see the word karga means detachment. Hence the symbol of the sword. When you use a sword and cut something and you separate it, to be detached you have to separate from something. So in other, a devotee of the Divine Mother, when time comes right for you to get moksha, that is, when there is no more attachment or need for the physical form, she will garland her devotees with the garland of swords. And what that is going to do? Cut all possible attachment to the world and to the relations of the world. And so the Jivatma now will flourish. And such an individual is what we call a Jivan Mukta. a liberated soul even while alive on earth. In the Sanskrit verses of the Mala Stotra, it highlights the development starting from the various chakras of the body, and at the end, you know what he said? Let my body be an offering to you. So in other words, my body, my mind, my soul, my intellect, everything that will be offered at your feet. And sometimes when we make our spiritual journey, there are a lot of attractions and distractions around. There is where she comes now with the various weapons. And she cuts away the attachment to this, things that you like too much. If a child likes sweet drink, which most children do, you'll give him sweet drink 3 times a day. If you as a parent doing that, who will licks? The child will licks or you as a parent? You. Even though the child crying and bawling on the place for his sweet drink 3 times a day, you know you cannot give him this sweet drink 3 times a day. So that is, we attach to something we like. And sometimes when we praying, and people will come often and say, Baba, we praying and we asking for this, and we're not getting it. So what do you think is the easy answer to give them? The easy answer is, if you're not getting, don't ask, it's nothing for you. The hard answer now is to go and check and see why you're not getting it. Well, you're doing this right and you should have do this and it. And I'll go back now and restructure everything. But if you're doing genuine seva, genuine devotion, and you see you're not reaching anywhere with it, with that particular desire you're hankering after, leave it into the will of the Divine Mother. It may not be for you. Sometimes we think we need something, and when you get it, instead of making good use of it, you make a mess out of it. Mahakali, unlike the other forms of Durga Mata discussed so far, she gives the child only what they need. Remember, she's a disciplining force of the Divine Mother. When we look at Skanda Mata on the 5th night, every possible thing. And you'll see tomorrow when we look at that form. The most worshipped form of Durga Mata is Mahagauri, which is for tomorrow. And why people are attracted to Mahagauri? Mahagauri will give you a life full of luxury and still pave a way for you to gain liberation. Mahakali says, if you are a genuine yogi, you come to me, we will have rules and regulations to follow. Among all the forms of Durga Mata, she is the one that disciplines the most. She is easy to please. She is easy to please in terms of getting her attention. The other forms, you have to do a little while, pray to her a little while before the attention is captured. But in the Devi Mahakam, from the time you offer that light, or you offer that mantra or that flower to Mahakali, you captures her attention immediately. That is why so many people are attracted to her worship. And some of them, not understanding her nature, make a mess out of it. So briefly, we had looked at Mahakali. And like I said, it's not from the traditional form point of view where we discuss the appearance of Mahakali after destroying Chanda and Munda and so on. We already hear them think plenty times. I wanted to show you how the Devi applies to your daily living. And so tonight we have discussed Mahakali. Tomorrow we'll discuss it. That is what this year Yatra is about. To discuss the 9 forms of Durga Mata and how they apply to us in a very personal way. Because it's only when you can make that connection with yourself, either through your own personal experiences or development, only then will you be able to appreciate and benefit when you do your pujas. And one of my goal is to get you to start understanding what is your puja. Gone are the days, and when you say put this here, put this there, put this there, and some only put in all your whole life and you have no way put in for. You have to stop putting and start understanding, then put. Put only if it makes sense. So tonight we have briefly looked at Mahakali, and we'll conduct our final Havan at this point in time while we have appropriate bhajans. देवी सरस्वती माँ संभवा
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ देवी दया करो
साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
देवी दया
देवी दया करो
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
देवी दया
देवी दया करो
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
देवी दया साई
देवी दया करो
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
दुर्गा भवानी माँ काली कपालिनी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ
जगदोधारिणी माँ देवी दया देवी दया देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ देवी साई माँ देवी सरस्वती माँ
Friends, the Guru Jagadambika Mata ki Jai. Let us all stand as we have our concluding Aarti. Better than you. साजयन्तु मूर्ते सन्नितं वहिनायोदिपं ज्ञानदेवस्य त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापः यानि तानि जपानि जन्मन्तरकृतानि च तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिण परे परे As we come to an end of tonight's devotion, We give thanks to God for the opportunity to congregate, to perform this puja, to observe this vrat, to engage in our discourses, to engage in kirtan. We seek forgiveness if there may be any errors committed. Lastly, we ask to have our desires fulfilled, all obstacles removed from your daily life. Parameshwari, take flowers in our hand. Mangalam Parameshwari Ma, Mangalam Ashitoshi Ma, Mangalam Sarva Shakti Ma, Mangalam Durga Devi Ma, Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhu Chasita Tvameva, Tvameva Vedya Dravinam Tvameva, Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tarastu Me Kayena Vacha Manasrendriyaitva Buddhyatmanava Prakriti Svabhagya Karoni Atyam Sakalam Tarasmai Narayananeti Samarpayami, Narayananeti Samarpayami. Om Shanti, 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 Bhagavad Sukha Om Shanti, ये बनी बंगलपति है ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति ओम शांति From the top of your voices, let us proclaim victory for our way of life, establish firmly and confidently our presence and our identity, and for our noble religion, Sanatan Dharma. Prince Guru Gajananang Swami ki, Umapati Mahadev ki, Pawan Putra Hanuman ki, Jagadambika Durga Mata ki, Shri Sat Gurunath Maharaj ki, Prince Guru Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki, Jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Take your seats. So at this point in time, we will have